What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Don back with another video. Today we're on Verdansk. I've never played Verdansk but like two times when it first came out. Two, maybe three times, and I wasn't really, it's not that I wasn't feeling it, I was just trying to do other things. But we're back on Verdansk. Today we're gonna be doing just a couple stories. I got a couple stories that I want to tell you guys. Nothing crazy. It's mainly just to get a feel for doing this whole like cut-com Call of Duty stuff, because I've never done it, which is weird because I grew up with the FaZe guys. I've been watching since 09, and I watched them slowly turn into like cut comms like FaZe Rain, Adapt, Apex, you know, the Road to a Kill Cam stuff, the Free For All series. That was what I wanted to do for years of my life. Years. That's what I wanted to do. Mom never had the money to help me, I understand, and so I had to wait till I was an adult to even be able to start doing this stuff. And by the time that I got my PC set up and all of that, I was on to other things, because the way that it all aligned, like the whole like FaZe selling their company or getting scammed or whatever, that whole situation that happened, they stopped making videos for a while. I got my setup and I was kind of like out on the FaZe thing. Like, I still love the FaZe guys. You know, those handful of people that I grew up with. I'll always appreciate them and have nothing but love for those guys, and I'll always show some support to those guys. But I was kind of tapped out of the whole FaZe thing. You know, they weren't doing what I loved. Things were changing, and you know, I've always been like a Call of Duty guy. And so by the time that I got my setup, none of the FaZe guys really were doing Call of Duty, and so I didn't want to do Call of Duty. I wanted to do what was trendy. So I was doing like GTA RP stuff and playing games like Sons of the Forest and all that kind of thing. But now, after doing YouTube for about 2 years, I've decided to try and do some more Call of Duty cut comms for my channels. So if you guys like these videos, let me know. Today I'm going to be telling the story about when I pissed my pants. I'm going to be naming off my top 5 FaZe members. We're going to be telling some stories about some shitty jobs that I've had. I know everybody likes hearing stuff like that. Some horrible bosses that I've worked with, and how this company that I used to work for is going down the drain, how I was fired. So yeah, we're going to have a lot of cool stories, and also on top of it, we get to try out the new Verdansk. I wasn't even very familiar with the old one. I wasn't too familiar with the old Verdansk, but here we are. We're on the new one, so let's do it. But yeah, we'll start this off simple, kind of ease into it. Everybody knows about FaZe Clan, right? I'm gonna name off my top 5 favorite FaZe members and why. The why part might be a little bit difficult, because I was a kid when I grew up with these guys, you know? And the answer might be the same for some of them. I'm gonna start with my number 5 favorite. Number 5, FaZe. The reason I like FaZe was because when I first found out about him, like in FaZe, the Call of Duty days, I didn't think that he was like that the best, in my opinion. He never hit anything that was crazy. Like, I won't lie, I don't even think that I've ever watched any of his like Call of Duty videos, honestly. So it took me a while to get into FaZe, but once he started doing those like haunted like cave videos and those pranks, like I was like, okay, this guy found his what is it, niche, his niche. He found what works for him, and it works well. So I was like, okay, I like FaZe. Like, I like that he was like one of the first guys to like take that route of like IRL videos, and his pranks were actually really funny. He has a very I hope I'm using this word right, a very conservative mother, like very traditional, like, you know what I'm saying? And so when he did that cocaine prank, I watched that video at least 6 times, bro. It was so funny. It was so funny. What? What the fuck? No, the prank videos, the videos that he did in the sewer, like the haunted videos, like, yeah, he really found what works for him, and it works very well. He's a very successful YouTuber now. I'm putting him at number 5 because I like that he found what works for him when, in my opinion, Call of Duty wasn't it. Number 4, Jev. FaZe Jev. FaZe Jev is my 4th favorite because he's always kept it real. He's always done his own thing. Consistently funny. Very good at Call of Duty. It's hard to it's hard to miss an upload of his just because he's so entertaining, and I love everything that he does. I think he's amazing. He's in my top 5, bro. Like, how can you not like Jev? Right? Hold on, let me wipe this guy out in the gulag real quick. Y'all know the deal. We don't even play around, we rush forward. This fucker didn't even move from his spawn. He didn't even try to move from his spawn. He just, like, sat there. Anyway, yeah. Number 4 is Jev. Consistent, always stayed in his own lane, always keeps it real, very entertaining. Number 3, I would have to say number 3 is Adapt. Adapt is a lot of my inspiration on why I try to be as consistent as I am. I remember when he was in high school, grinding for YouTube. He was only able to play 2 days a week. So like he barely had any time to play, and he couldn't play unless he had good grades. And so dude had to like hustle in and out of Call of Duty, and he did it, and he did it well. Consistent, very good videos, very funny. Loved watching his videos. He was also like one of my favorite trick shotters. He hit some of the coolest trick shots, and he was one of the best trick shotters for a long time. Even though he faked clips and hit his girlfriend. What did you say, nigga? But I'm gonna put him at number 3. One of my all-time favorites, funny, and he's still doing stuff today that I love, which is crazy. Second favorite FaZe member, gotta give it to Apex. Apex had a Road to a Kill Cam series, and this is the only reason that he's number 2. He had a Road to a Kill Cam series that I absolutely loved, bro. I loved it. Like, I've seen all of his videos, all of his Road to a Kill Cam videos, multiple times. He has 99 of them. I've seen each one at least 4 times. I'm being so for real. And those were it was just the most entertaining series. Like it was different, and I'm so glad that he did it. I wish that he would do another one, because he doesn't have 100. He only did 99, and that's always upset me. I don't know why he stopped at 99. Like at least do the 100th one and call it quits, but he couldn't do that. But yeah, that's why he's my second favorite. I love his laugh, bro. He would laugh and it would be so funny. I would laugh at him laughing, and his connection with all the FaZe guys was always like top tier. It was super great. But yeah, that's why Apex is my number 2. My number 1 favorite FaZe member, FaZe Rain. Okay, dude? I watched him the most out of anybody. He was funny. He had good clips. I liked his laugh. I watched him so much that I had his laugh for a couple years. He has a unique laugh, and I would watch him so much that my laugh kind of sounded like his laugh. Yeah, dude, I loved his stuff for the longest time, like his Call of Duty videos, his cut comms, like everything. Like he was my number 1 inspiration for wanting to do this YouTube stuff. Still is. Like I can't name anybody that's more of an inspiration for why I do this other than FaZe Rain. And something that made me connect with him even more was when he went through all that stuff. The dark times of his life, because he was going through it at the same time that I was going through my stuff. You know, as much as it sucked, it was nice to know that I wasn't alone. And so like he was there for me, even when he didn't realize that he was there for me. I was like, okay, we're like, I'm not alone in this. Like my favorite YouTuber also goes through things and feels things, and so that really helped me like get through it, I guess.
Hunt down the enemy.
You know, so I even through all that stuff, I never gave up on him, because I knew like I was going through not the same type of stuff, but like I was also going through things of my own. And I was very aware that like I learned early on that things can happen to anybody. He'll never see this, but if he does, I just want to thank you, Rain, because that was really changed my life, really helped me out through some like really dark times. And I'll never forget those awesome videos, dude. Like I haven't watched him in a minute. I don't even know if he really does YouTube anymore. I'll have to go check. But yeah, I'm talking about like the old, original FaZe. I don't know about any of the new stuff, but yeah, guys, that's my top 5 favorite FaZe members. Okay. If you guys have a top 5 favorite FaZe members, let me know in the comments below who your top 5 is, because I'm curious who you guys like, who you guys watch. What time did you guys start watching FaZe? Like, did you watch FaZe, or did you watch like Optic or Obey or Soar? Like, let me know. I'm curious. I'm actually really curious. Oh, let me smoke this guy. What? Now I'm confused.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Yeah, comment down your favorite top 5 FaZe members, and Let me go smoke this guy real quick. Sounds like they're over here. What?
Taking effective fire.
Got one. The last story that I want to tell. This is the time that I pissed myself coming home from work. It's kind of embarrassing. I know that I'm gonna get made fun of for this one. Like I said, bro, I got the job at Whataburger. This was after Tacos for Life. After Tacos for Life, I got the job at Whataburger. And I'll kind of get into this real quick too. I applied for this job because somebody online told me that Whataburger pays like $16 an hour. I was like, okay, I mean, that's still a pay cut from what I'm getting paid, but like, with the way that this store is running, like, I wouldn't mind just a slight pay cut to get out of this hellhole. You know, like, it's a bad job. Bad bosses, like, yeah, if it's a slight pay cut, I'll take it. I was like, I'll take
Enemy
a slight pay
UAV
cut.
is
Why not?
online.
Grenade out! Taking fire!
So I got the job. I got the job at Whataburger. I started working there. I got employee of the month within a month. My first month there, I got employee of the month. Job was super easy. So I was like, okay, this is, I mean, it was constant work. Like, the busiest I've ever worked in a restaurant. It's the most busy I've ever been working in food.
Contact!
Where is this guy? I've never been more busy at a restaurant than Whataburger. Like, that place is popping. But they have like they have a lot of staff and they have good management. So I was like, it wasn't awful. I didn't hate it. Like, I mean, until I realized how much I was actually getting paid. I started getting $200 a week. The first week I was like, okay, this is just because I just started, like, the pay period, you know, like, sometimes the pay period's weird when you start and then you're not getting, you got like part of a check. So I was like, okay, it's whatever, I'll survive for now. Second week, another $200. I was like, dude, this is weird. Third week, another $200. I was like, okay, yeah, so I'm averaging like $200 a check. I'm not even getting like $900 a month versus my last job where I was getting $800 every 2 weeks. I was like, this is a significant pay cut. Like, significant. Like, I'm like, half my check is gone. Legitimately, half my paycheck was I wasn't making it. Like, I was,
Hostile UAV in the area.
so I asked for a raise. I was like, I can't like financially stay working here at this rate. Like,
Gas is closing in.
my
Get to
expenses
the
are
new
about
safe zone.
$1,500 a month. I was cutting it close at my last job, and I could work more hours, but then I would be giving up my MMA and my mixed martial art. That's my passion. That's what keeps me grounded. That's my therapy. Like, I can't. I there's no part of me that could imagine like giving that up. And I don't know if that's irresponsible of me
Throw a grenade!
or what, but like, in my mind, I'm like, I can't give that up. That's what keeps me me, you know? If I have to, though, I will. Like, if the schedule was like a good schedule, I could do it. But I don't like to ask for too specific of a schedule, you know? Especially in fast food. Because I know that shit's always changing there, you know? So, I told him, I was like, can I get a raise? Like, can I please get a raise? Like, I need a raise.
Supply box is located.
They're like, yeah, in
Route
March
secure.
we'll do our quarterly evaluation. I was like, okay, I could do an evaluation, bro. I got employee of the month within 28 days. Like, I didn't even work there a month and I was employee of the month. I was like, I'll do your evaluation, fuck it. So I waited a couple more weeks until it was March to when they do their quarterly evaluation.
Losing ground. Moving.
They didn't give me a raise still. Like, they didn't say anything about it.
Enemy UAV
I
overhead.
kept on like working and doing you know, the more I worked without getting word back, the less I was giving effort. So like, dude, this is just, this sucks. Like, I can't pay my bills. I'm falling behind on all my bills. And guys, we're gonna get to the part where I piss my pants, okay? I'm giving you guys a little rundown of this situation too. I was like, I can't pay my bills. I need this raise. And they wouldn't give me a raise. So, but anyway, that's basically all I wanted to say about that part. You know, like this job, like I went from one bad job to a job that didn't pay well, so I was like, things are not looking good for me right now, I'll be honest. Now I'll get to the part where I piss myself. So I ride a bike everywhere. To class, to school. Sorry, school is class. To class, to work, to get my groceries done, to run my errands. Like, I ride an electric bike because I've never needed a car. Like, everything that I've needed to do is close. It's close enough for where my bike can take me. And so I saved money by using a bike. But my bike, the tires were going flat. I think there was a broken rim or something because I kept changing the tires and they would just keep going flat. So I was like, it has to be like a rim issue or something. It's like nothing would happen. Like I would change the tire, it would be full, no holes in it, and then I wake up the next day and the tire's flat. So like, okay, this sucks. So I put the bike in the shop. So I'm having to walk to work now, and work is like about an hour 15-minute walk. So not too bad of a walk. It was, you know, pretty relaxing to actually do the walk. But I started walking to work, to and from, which I didn't mind. You know, it also keeps me disciplined.
I'm taking fire. Grenade out.
And I was at work one day. Keep in mind, I don't have my bike at this point. And I was drinking a lot of tea without realizing it because we're like so busy. I didn't realize how much that I drank. Oh shit. I didn't realize how much tea that I actually drank. And so I was walking home and immediately felt like I had to piss, but I wasn't gonna go back to the job because I was like, okay, I'll just go to one of these restaurants like on the way home. And it was like 12 or 1 a.m. something like that. I was like, I'll just stop at one of these restaurants before I go home because most of the walk is you're at like college campus, so it's just like college buildings, a football stadium and stuff like that. And so I was like, I'm not like, I have to go to one of these restaurants because the majority of the walk, like the rest of the walk home, there's no places to go. So like I have to go at one of these restaurants before I go home. But 1 a.m. all the restaurants are closed. And like I gotta pee so bad that it's like hurting. Like it hurts how bad I have to pee. So I'm walking through the campus, all the restaurants were closed. I'm kind of like speeding home, and for some reason I had a large drink and I was sipping on it every now and then when I had to piss so bad. I kept sipping on this drink. Like, I don't know if it was like a ADHD thing or what it was, but I just couldn't help. Like, I was downing this drink, bro. I was drinking it like there was no tomorrow, and I had to piss so bad. Every like 10-15 minutes a little bit of pee was coming out. I'll be honest with you guys. I'll be honest. I was peeing myself a little bit. Like, there was a little wet spot, I'll be honest. But then I'm getting close to home, and then I remember, like, when I'm going down this hill, I'm like, oh yeah, there's a Domino's. I forgot there's like a Domino. I don't think they have a restroom, but maybe like I could tell them like this is like an emergency, like I'm about to piss myself, and they'll let me use the restroom. It was that bad. What? Like, it was really bad. So I'm getting close to this restaurant. I'm getting close to this restaurant. Look at this guy. And I'm at the light, about to cross the street, and right when you cross the street, the very first building that there is the Domino's. So I see it, and I'm wearing shorts, right? Hold on, let's wipe this guy out real quick. I'm wearing shorts. And before I could get to the building, I physically, there was no part of me that could hold it anymore. It was involuntary. I started pissing myself.
It's pretty difficult to put into words how disgusted I am, how depressed I am.
All over myself. And I'm not kidding, it was the most pee that I've ever peed in my life, and it happened to be in my pants. Like, there's street lights, cars driving by, all they can see is just, for some reason, my legs are soaked, and there's liquid dripping from my shorts. Profusely. There's a lot. Like, it was a lot of piss. Like, I really, really pissed myself. And I was trying to play it off like I was sweating. I was like doing this little jog thing, like, oh my god. So exhausted from that jogging that I just did.
Safe zone relocated.
But I knew that people knew that I pissed
Hostile
myself.
UAV
And obviously
in the
no one's gonna
area.
offer me a ride. I just pissed myself. And it was cold outside. So although at first it was like a relief, 2 minutes in it was freezing cold. Yeah, I was really embarrassed. I almost made it home. I was 1.5 minutes from being at a restroom and I just pissed myself. And I had to walk home with piss pants. And now I'm telling you guys publicly for the internet to forever know that I peed my pants. Comment how you guys feel about that.
You were 125 remaining.
Okay.
They hit us hard that time. Dust yourself off,
But
get back out there.
yeah, that's a couple story times for you guys. If you like these kind of videos, let me know. I'd love to do more of them. They're fun. Next one I'm gonna do is a like Black Ops 6. You know, just playing in some lobbies and all that. If you guys like the Warzone stuff, we'll do more Warzone stuff. If you don't like it, let me know. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know your favorite story of the day, and have a good day.
Nowadays I live my life like I am trapped in hell. Ain't no way at all I can escape, so I just say, oh well, 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 well.